Hey, Michelle, my name's Nate.
And I'm Megan. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today on the Geekcentric podcast. How are you doing?
Hi guys, I'm good. I'm having great fun today chatting to lots of people.
Well, we're stoked to talk to you. We both love Omega so much and have grown to love her so much over these three seasons. And in these three seasons, are there aspects of Omega that maybe you've brought from yourself? And then is there anything maybe that she's given back to you?
Y yes, there is, I think I was incredibly grateful and lucky to be able to be A cast, but B also inhabit my own natural accent, which is a New Zealand accent. And, I was sharing with, with another journalist, like there is a cultural specificity to how New Zealanders emotionally like face emotional situations. I like to think of it as like an aggressive casualness. um, which might seem inappropriate with the sagas that unfold in Star Wars, but I do think that that is something that I've sort of offered up, and Brad, our director, has at times accepted, and it gives Omega this really interesting quality of childlike sort of naivete in the face of, something very, very big and super consequential, but she can still be like, well, yeah, of course we should do that. Like,
Save everyone.
yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of fun, and I think that kind of specific emotional response sort of like is a bit of a unusual thing, and so I think fans probably enjoy that. As to what Omega's given me, there's it's I guess it's camaraderie and this sense of feeling connected to people, some of who you might not even have met. Like Omega cares obviously about her Clone Force 99 brothers, but especially in season 3, this connection to like clones at large and making sure that, they're not being taken advantage of. And, I mean, I'd like to think I'm a good human and aware of that too, but on a smaller sort of sphere for myself, just amazed at all the people it takes to create something like the Bad Batch, like people we don't see that maybe journalists don't get to talk to, like the composers and the incredible team of visual artists, and Brad, who's directing all these pieces, and our beautiful PR team, and then having that sort of multiply and touching so many people like yourselves. I've been to celebrations. I went to London last year and just was blown away that people from all around the European continent predominantly, but had come together and found camaraderie with each other despite, being strangers essentially. Um, that has been really eye-opening for me.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. Yeah, it sounds like you share a lot of her compassion that she's sort of developed.
Oh,
Um, and she's grown over these three seasons, and with this being the final season of the series, what's it like saying goodbye to this cast and your Bad Batch brothers?
it's so sad. Like it's really bittersweet. I remember clearly when we were told, yes, we're going to get a third season, because nothing is ever taken for granted. The fact that we got to make it at all is awesome. And we had our fingers crossed, obviously. So it was like, yes, third season, but it will be the final. So it was like,
Oh,
okay. And then, as you can imagine, opening the script on the for the final episode, there was a real moment. Sometimes I'm on the go and having to multitask, but there was a reverence when I opened this final last script to be like, okay, here we go. And I think that was reflective of the entire team and our process of recording it as well. There was a lot more solemnness around it, and we got to do it in person in LA because a lot of the time we're all kind of in remote places. Um, but yeah. I mean, I have hope that the story could have larger repercussions. I have a desire and a wish for Filoni to throw me in the ring of live action, which is my first and foremost kind of working space. But I think that everyone will be very satisfied. Things will end as they should in season 3. It's a very satisfying ending.
oh, that's so great to hear. For a more fun question, every clone comes with a CT number, but they all give themselves their own little nicknames to be individual. Michelle, if you were a clone, what would your nickname be?
As Michelle?
Yeah.
Oh, oh
Well, to give
my
you an
God.
example, just to help, I'm an illustrator,
Yeah.
so I call myself Brushstroke.
And I like hugs, so I would just call myself Hugs.
Oh, cool. Um, No, I can only think of negative things. That's so bad, eh? I'm like neurotic. That's not a very cool name. Uh, um, oh my God, honestly, like when you get an idea and it's stuck in your head, it's like that's like me right now. It's like thinker, like someone who overthinks.
I love it. I love it.
How would I turn that into a name? That sounds very lame.
Oh, Pinky, move, go, go,
Pinky,
go.
Pinky.
You know, something like that. It works. I think it works.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, Pinky, Michelle, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. We love
Thanks, guys.
we love Omega so much, and we can't wait to see her grow emotionally and physically in this next season, or in this final season. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you guys for watching and thanks for your fun questions.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Yes.